Mana movement is a modality of movement that is focused on activating the non-linear pathways of energy and of physical movement through the body. These pathways are circles, spirals, and waves. These are also called the feminine pathways of movement. The purpose of this practice is to bring our physical body and our energy body back into balance, where we hold a harmonious balance between the masculine and the feminine. The masculine movement is linear. The feminine movement is non-linear. Because we live in a world where we primarily move and function from the masculine, it's important for us to take the time to activate the feminine, to come back into harmonious balance. When we activate these feminine pathways of movement through the body, then we allow the natural flow of life force energy to move through us without restriction. This will allow us to access more creativity, more pleasure, more inspiration, more joy. It also allows us to meet life's challenges with more peace, with more grace, and it increases our capacity to literally flow with life. This will bring more ease into every single aspect of your life. In this first practice, we will go through the foundational movements of the Mana movement practice. We will start with the breath, allowing the breath to drop us into presence and allowing the breath to begin this subtle activation of the flow of energy moving through us, inhaling. In this first practice, we will go through the foundational movements of the Mana movement practice. We will start with the breath, allowing the breath to drop us into presence and allowing the breath to begin this subtle activation of the flow of energy moving through us, inhaling, expanding into the energy, exhaling, releasing and softening so that we are starting to create more space through the body, releasing tension, releasing blockages, and allowing the establishment of that natural flow of energy as it wants to move through us. From there, we will add the movements of the body to the breath, allowing the movements to birth from the rhythm of the breath and to increase our capacity to flow with ease and grace. The invitation is to close your eyes and allow yourself to feel how these movements want to move through you, to connect deeper with your physical body, to connect deeper with your energy body, and to bring you into a heightened state of self-awareness. We will repeat each movement, and as we move into the repetition, I invite you to close your eyes and be guided by your own breath, using this as a meditation to bring you deeper into presence, to allow yourself to really arrive in this moment, in this body. This practice is a combination of meditation, of breath work, and of physical body activation. And again, the purpose is at the foundation to re-establish a harmonious balance inside of ourselves so that we can feel more safe in our body, more safe in our life, and more free in our body and more free in our life. Finding a comfortable seated position on the floor and sitting in a half lotus position with your hands on your knees. And through this practice, we are going to maintain a long breath where we inhale through the nose and we exhale through the mouth. And with each inhale, feeling your body filled with air and expansion. And with each exhale, allowing the breath to bring relaxation into your body. And so closing your eyes now and just taking a few nice deep breaths in your own timing. And on your next inhale, opening the arms wide, opening the palms of the hands, bringing space between the fingers. Inhaling deeply here, and as you exhale, softly floating the arms down, crossing the wrists in front of the body, and as we inhale, pulling the arms up through the center of the body, lifting all the way up towards the sky, expanding out through the crown. Exhaling, softly floating the arms all the way back down. We're going to repeat this movement, inhaling, pulling the arms up through the center, expanding all the way up through the crown. Exhaling, fountaining, floating the arms all the way back down. And now closing your eyes and repeating this movement at your own pace, following your breath, nice and slow, inhaling, expanding up, exhaling, softly floating down. Repeating this 3 more times. Nice, deep, slow breaths. And bringing the hands all the way back down to the knees. And on the next inhale, arching the back, lifting the chest and the head towards the sky. And then as you exhale, bringing the hands down to the floor in front of you and bowing all the way down to the earth. Inhaling, rolling up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, arching all the way back up to the sky. And then again, exhaling, releasing, bowing all the way down to the earth, rounding at the bottom. And we're going to continue with this movement, inhaling, arching up, exhaling, bowing down. Closing your eyes and continuing to go at your own pace, following your breath, inhaling up, arching, rolling down. And repeating this 3 more times. Long, slow inhales, long exhales through the mouth. And on your next inhale, stacking back up to center and again opening the arms wide. And then on your exhale, softly crossing the arms across the body as if you were hugging around your heart. And as you inhale, slowly unfurling the arms as if they were wings, opening the chest forward and up and opening the arms out. Exhaling, softly crossing the arms over the body. Inhaling, opening the wings, opening the chest and the heart. And we'll continue with this movement. Exhaling, softening across the body. Inhaling, expanding, opening the wings. And closing your eyes now, and just going at your own pace, following the breath. Deep inhales as you expand. Long exhales as you soften. Three more times, nice and slow, deep inhales, long exhales. And on your last exhale, crossing the arms all the way over your body and giving yourself a hug. Taking a couple deep breaths here, hugging yourself in. And we're going to move to a fast release of the same movement with a fire breath. So we're going to inhale here, and as we exhale, we release. Four more. And then shaking the wrists out, returning to your long breath. Shaking the hands, shaking the arms. Continuing to breathe. Three more breaths here. And taking one more deep inhale, opening the arms wide and holding at the top of the breath. And then releasing the breath, and as you release the breath, bringing the arms back down. Repeating 3 big unfurls with the arms, inhaling, pulling the arms up to the sky through the center, exhaling, floating the arms back down. Repeating this 2 more times. Let's do one more time here. And then bringing the hands back to the knees, closing your eyes, and just taking a moment to pause in stillness, feeling the activation through the body. And now bringing your attention down to your hands and just noticing what you can feel in your hands. If there's any vibration or buzzing or tingling. And then very gently starting to explore the movement in the fingers. Feeling into and moving every single joint and every single finger. Finding all the ways the fingers can curl and extend. And focusing just on this, just on the feeling of the fingers as they move. And then allowing the movement to expand into the hands. Feeling all of the muscles in the hands. And then bringing the movement up to the wrists and starting to explore all the different ways the wrists can curl and circle. And focusing this exploration on the non-linear pathways, circles, spirals, and waves. And then allowing the movement to travel up to the elbows. And same thing, just finding all the different ways the elbows can rotate in and out, in circles and spirals. Moving nice and slow, continuing to breathe deeply. And then bringing the movement up to the shoulders. And same thing, just starting to gently explore the rotation in the shoulders, the circles. And then we're going to combine all of these parts of the arms together. And we're going to start to explore the circles and spirals and waves that we can make with the fingers, the wrists, the elbows, and the shoulders. Exploring all of the different pathways that are possible in the arms. Focusing on the non-linear movements. And again, closing your eyes and diving deeper into your own body, feeling these patterns emerge in your arms. Just allowing yourself to listen to your body. Continuing to breathe deeply. Exploring all around the body, as far up as you can reach, as far out, circling around the body to the back, bringing movement into every single joint, shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers. And we'll stay here for 3 more deep breaths. And then on your next exhale, bringing your hands all the way back down to your knees. Closing your eyes and again taking a pause. Taking a few breaths in stillness to feel the activation through the arms. And then on our next inhale, again, we're going to push the chest forward, opening the heart, opening the head towards the sky, arching the back. And this time as we exhale, we're going to curl the spine, rounding the body, dropping the head, and tilting the pelvis forward. Inhaling, arching the back, tilting the pelvis back, bringing movement into the hips. Exhaling, curling the pelvis forward, dropping the head, rounding the spine. And we're going to repeat this movement with the nice slow breath, inhaling, arching, tilting the pelvis back, exhaling through the mouth, curling the pelvis forward, curling the spine. Go ahead and close your eyes and repeat this movement at your own pace, nice and slow. Three more times here, bringing more movement into the pelvis. Inhaling back to a neutral position. And we're going to move to a fast release of the same movement with that fire breath. So again, we're going to inhale, opening the chest, and then exhaling out. Four more. Deep inhale, arching up. Exhaling, bowing all the way down to the earth. Inhaling, rolling up. We'll repeat this 4 times, arching all the way up. Exhaling, bowing all the way down to the earth. Inhaling all the way back up to a neutral position. On your next inhale, again, we're going to push the chest forward, arching the back, tilting the pelvis back. This time as we exhale, we're going to spiral around towards the left. Exhaling, spiraling all the way back. Inhaling, spiraling forward, pushing the chest forward, opening the heart forward as you inhale, softening the chest and the heart back as you exhale. Inhaling, expanding the heart forward. Exhaling, spiraling back, softening the heart back. And we'll continue with this movement, closing your eyes. And this time tuning in deeper to the heart, feeling as the heart softens as you exhale and expands as you inhale. And continuing to spiral, staying with the breath, inhaling, expanding forward, exhaling, softening back. But we're just going to let the arms float up into space. allowing the arms to respond to the movement, allowing the arms to become an extension of the heart, sending the energy of the heart all the way down through the arms and out through the fingertips. Again, closing your eyes and just allowing yourself to listen to your body, to follow your breath. Three more deep, slow breaths here, continuing to allow the arms to softly float. And then on your next inhale, stacking back up to center, resting the hands on the knees, closing your eyes, and again taking a pause to feel. And we're going to repeat this same sequence in the other direction. So on your next inhale, pushing the chest forward, arching the back, expanding the heart forward as you inhale. And then as you exhale, spiraling back towards the right, softening the heart back. Inhaling, spiraling forward, expanding the heart forward. Exhaling, softening the heart back. Feeling the spiral through the spine. Feeling the circling through the pelvis as you continue to breathe deeply into the heart, expanding it forward, softening it back. And closing your eyes now and following your own breath, nice and slow. And then allowing the arms to float up off the knees. Allowing the arms to become an extension of the heart. Feeling as you breathe into the heart and then breathe out, sending the energy through the arms all the way out through the ends of the fingertips. Listening to your body. And taking 3 more nice, long, deep breaths here, continuing to focus on expanding and softening through the heart. And on your next inhale, stacking back up to center, resting the hands on the knees, closing your eyes, taking a moment to feel. And we're going to move to our final regrounding movement. And this is a way for us to take all of the energy that we've activated and anchor it down deeper inside of our body, regrounding ourselves into presence. So on your next inhale, opening the arms wide, and this time bringing the arms all the way up above the head. And as you exhale, pushing the energy down through the center of the body, sending the energy deeper inside of your body, anchoring down towards the earth. Inhaling, gathering the energy up, meeting at the crown. Exhaling, sending the energy down through the center of the body. We'll repeat this 6 times, going at your own pace, closing your eyes. And then bringing your hands back to your knees, palms up, coming back to a neutral position, and closing your eyes and taking a final moment of integration, feeling what's alive in the body, feeling the openness, presence, softness, feeling anchored into your body. And then placing the hands over the heart and taking 3 more nice deep breaths into your heart. Filling yourself with love and gratitude. Thanking yourself for showing up in this practice. Bringing your hands back to your knees and closing your eyes and taking this final moment to feel feeling the presence and openness in your body, the expansion and the softness. Feeling deeply anchored towards the earth and expanded up towards the sky. And then placing your hands over your heart and taking 3 nice deep breaths into your heart, sending love and gratitude back into yourself for showing up for this practice today. And from here, you can stay sitting, continuing in your meditation for as long as you desire. You can also lay down on the floor and continue your integration, laying down. And then when you're ready to come out of your practice, gently, slowly allowing yourself to bridge back out into awareness of your space while maintaining deep presence with your feeling body. In this mana movement practice, we will go deeper into the activation of the nonlinear feminine pathways, going deeper into the spine, and then moving down through the pelvis, the hips, and all the way down through the legs until we come into a full body activation of these pathways. You will be invited to explore movement in different positions of the body, eventually coming all the way up to a standing position so that you have full freedom in the body to explore the fluidity of energy as it wants to move through you. Additionally, we'll explore free movement, giving you the opportunity to close your eyes and really tune into how the energy wants to flow through you organically. Feeling as the circles and spirals and waves travel through every single channel of the body, continuing to be connected to the breath and coming into a dance of really going deeply into the expansion, the softening, the flow, and allowing yourself to experience the freedom of moving from this place. Again, what we're doing here is we're practicing how we can meet life at every moment from this place of balance and fluidity. The way that you move in this practice, the depth of presence, of openness that you can achieve here will directly translate to the way that you move through life, the way that you meet life at every moment, your capacity to flow. And through this practice, you can experience more ease, more peace, and more freedom in your life. Again, the invitation is to close your eyes as much as possible, to be guided by your own breath, and really find the way that this movement wants to emerge through you naturally and authentically as a meditation, as an opportunity to breathe more freely, and as an activation of your entire physical body and your energy body. I invite you to go as deep as you can into your own internal experience and trust and listen to your body. Finding a comfortable seated position on the floor and sitting in a half lotus position with your hands resting on your knees. And throughout this practice, we will maintain our long breathing pattern, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feeling a sense of expansion as we inhale and a softening release as we exhale. So closing your eyes now and just taking a few deep breaths on your own. And on your next inhale, we will open our arms wide. And as we exhale, gently, softly floating the arms all the way down, crossing in front of the body, inhaling, pulling the arms up through the center of the body, expanding all the way up through the crown. Exhaling, softly floating all the way back down. We will repeat this movement, inhaling, pulling up through the center, expanding through the crown, exhaling, softly floating back down. Closing your eyes and continuing with this movement, following your own breath. 3 more times. Deep breaths. Exhaling, bringing the hands back to the knees. And on your next inhale, lifting the chest and the head towards the sky, arching the back. Exhaling, bowing all the way down to the earth, rounding at the bottom. Inhaling, rolling up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, lifting all the way back up. Exhaling, bowing all the way down to the earth. Closing your eyes now and continuing to repeat this movement, following your own breath. Deep inhales, long exhales. Three more times. And on this last exhale, we're going to stay down. Just resting your forehead on the ground for a moment. And on your next inhale, we're going to swing the body over towards the left knee and open up the right side of the body, twisting the chest towards the sky, opening up through the right arm, twisting through the spine. Exhaling, floating back through the center, bowing back down through the center, and swinging over to the right knee, twisting the chest towards the sky, opening up the left arm. And again, we're going to repeat this movement, exhaling, floating through the center, inhaling, twisting and opening towards the sky. And repeating this at your own pace, closing your eyes, going nice and slow, deep breaths. Two more times each direction, remembering to drop the head through the center. Last exhale back to the center. Inhaling, rolling back up through the spine, stacking all the way up. Closing the eyes and taking 2 deep breaths here in stillness. On the next inhale, we're going to push our chest forward, opening the heart, arching the back, tilting the pelvis back. And as we exhale, we're going to spiral back and around, softening the chest, tilting the pelvis forward, inhaling, spiraling forward, exhaling, spiraling back. Starting with the heart, feeling the heart expanding forward as we inhale, and feeling the heart softening back as we exhale. And then starting to bring your focus down the spine, feeling the spiral in every single vertebrae, bringing the movement all the way down into the pelvis and all the way down into the hips. Staying with the breath. And then bringing your attention all the way from the hips back up through the pelvis, through the spine, behind the heart, into the neck, and all the way through the head, expanding out through the crown. Feeling this spiral through the full length of your spine, from the pelvis all the way up through the crown. And continuing to spiral, but now floating your hands off of the knees and allowing the arms to become an extension of the spiral of the spine. And closing your eyes, just allowing your body to guide you in the spiral. Three more deep breaths here. And then inhale, stacking back up to the center. And right away, as we exhale, we're going to round the back, tilt the pelvis forward. And as we inhale, we're already going to start spiraling the other direction, inhaling, expanding the chest forward, exhaling, softening back. Inhaling, spiraling forward in the opposite direction, exhaling, spiraling back. And then bringing your attention down the spine, spiraling down vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way down into the pelvis. Bringing movement into the hip joints. And then bringing the spiral all the way back up through the spine, behind the heart, all the way up into the neck, and through the crown of the head. Feeling the movement in the full length of the body, from the hips all the way up through the crown. And then allowing your arms to float and respond to the movement of the spine. Closing your eyes and allowing yourself to follow your own breath. And now, without stopping the movement, we're going to move into a free exploration of all the different ways the spine can spiral, wave, and circle. And simply exploring your own pathways, allowing the arms to continue responding to the movements, focusing on nonlinear pathways, circles, spirals, and waves. Closing your eyes and continuing to follow your breath. And as you continue exploring, bringing your awareness also back to your fingertips, your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders. Also feeling the circles and spirals and waves through the arms. We'll stay here for 3 more breaths. And then stacking back up to the center, resting the hands back on the knees, closing your eyes, and taking a few breaths just to feel. On your next inhale, again, we're going to lift the chest towards the sky. And then as we exhale, we're going to bow all the way down to the earth. But this time, as we inhale, we're going to lift the pelvis up and move onto a hands and knees position, coming up onto all 4. In this position, we're going to stack the shoulders directly above the wrists and the pelvis and hips directly above the knees. Finding this neutral position. And on your next inhale, we're going to arch the spine and tilt the pelvis up, lifting the chest and the head up, arching up. And then as we exhale, we're going to curl the spine, curling the pelvis forward, dropping the head. Inhaling, arching up. Exhaling, curling down. And closing your eyes and repeating this movement in your own breath. Two more times here. And from here, we're going to add a spiraling movement. So this time as we inhale, we're going to spiral up, arching up. And as we exhale, we're going to spiral down the other side, curling down. Inhaling, spiraling up. Exhaling, spiraling down. Feeling the circle in the head and through the pelvis. One more time here. And then right away, switching the other direction. Inhaling, spiraling up the other side. Exhaling, spiraling down. Feeling the spiral through the pelvis, through the spine, through the neck and head. One more time here. And then again, without stopping the movement, we're going to move into another free exploration of all the different ways the spine and pelvis can move in these non-linear movements. Feeling the circles through the pelvis, feeling the waves through the spine, feeling the movement in the shoulders, elbows, and wrists. And closing your eyes and just listening to your body, following your own breath. Three more deep breaths. And on your next exhale, pushing back to a child's pose, resting your forehead on the ground, and taking a couple breaths here. On your next inhale, rolling up through the spine and sitting up on your knees. From this kneeling position, as you inhale, again pushing the chest forward, and this time tilting the pelvis back as far as possible, arching the spine. And as you exhale, curling the spine and tilting the pelvis forward. Inhaling, tilting the pelvis back, arching the spine. Exhaling, tilting the pelvis forward, curling the spine. And now closing your eyes and repeating this movement at your own pace, going nice and slow. And continuing with this movement and this breath, we're going to add the arms. So as we inhale and arch, we're going to open the arms wide, winging them open. And as we exhale and curl, we're going to softly cross the arms over the body. Inhaling, winging the arms open, expanding through the chest. Exhaling, softening around the chest, curling the arms. Again, continuing on your own, following your breath. Three more breaths here. Going a little bit deeper into the spine and the pelvis, arching and curling. And inhaling back to a neutral position, opening the arms wide. We're going to do 3 big unfurls with the arms, floating the arms down. Inhaling, pulling up through the center of the body, all the way up through the crown. Exhaling, floating down. Let's do one more time. Exhaling, bringing the hands to the knees. Inhaling, lifting the chest to the sky. Exhaling, bowing forward to the earth. Inhaling, rolling up through the spine, lifting all the way back up. Exhaling, bowing down to the earth. We're going to repeat this 3 more times. Inhaling, rolling up. Exhaling, bowing down. Exhaling, this time we're going to stay down and bring the pelvis back towards the knees, tucking the toes, and then we're going to push all the way back onto our feet, bringing our body down into a little ball. On your next inhale, slowly starting to straighten your legs, keeping your head dropped until you come to a forward fold position. And then slowly starting to roll up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling all the way up into a standing position. And once you've arrived, closing your eyes and just feeling your feet planted into the earth, feeling your spine straight, and taking a couple breaths here. And then on our next inhale, again, we're going to open the arms wide. And we're going to move into 3 big unfurls of just the arms. Exhaling, floating the arms down, crossing in front of the body. Inhaling, pulling up through the center of the body, lifting all the way up through the crown. Exhaling, softly floating all the way back down. We'll repeat this 4 times. Inhaling, pulling up through the center. Exhaling, floating all the way back down. 3 more times. One more inhale like this, bringing the arms up. This time as we exhale, we're going to dive all the way down, keeping the legs straight. At the bottom, bending the knees. Inhaling, curling all the way up through the body. Lifting all the way back up to the sky. Again, exhaling, diving, arching all the way down. Bending the knees at the bottom, curling all the way back up as we inhale. And we're going to repeat this movement. And you can keep your eyes open for this if it helps. Feeling as you pull the energy all the way up through the feet, all the way up through the body, through the crown, and then expanding, floating all the way back down. Activating the full length of the body. Three more times here. Last inhale. And as we exhale, we're just going to float the arms all the way back down to our sides, close our eyes, and take a moment to feel and breathe. And then from here, we're going to bring our attention back down to our hands. And then starting to bring movement into the fingers, into the hands. Feeling the waves of the fingers, circling the fingers. Closing your eyes and just feeling. And then bringing the movement up into the wrists. Same thing. The circles, the spirals, the waves. And then expanding that movement to include the elbows, continuing to move the wrists and the hands. And then adding in the shoulders. And starting to find these circles and spirals and waves through the arms. Keep breathing deeply as we now add the heart and the chest. Finding the circles, the waves through the chest. And allowing the movement to come up to the neck. Moving through the head. And then going deeper into the spine. Allowing the circles and spirals and waves to travel through the spine, from the crown of the head all the way down towards the pelvis. Bringing movement now into the pelvis. And from the pelvis, bringing the movement down into the hips. Finding the circles, spirals, and waves through the hips. Continuing to move freely through the arms, the spine, the chest. Finding all of the different circles and spirals possible through the pelvis and through the hips, and then allowing the movement to travel even deeper down into the knees, finding more mobility in the knees, through the ankles, feeling the circles and spirals through the ankles, and then all the way through the feet. And coming into a full body exploration of these nonlinear pathways. Feeling as the circles, spirals, and waves move through every single part of the body. Every single joint, from the toes, the ankles, through the spine, all the way out through the fingertips. And closing your eyes now and just diving deeper into your own exploration, your own dance of these movements as they want to move through you. Continuing to breathe deeply. Closing your eyes if you want. Bringing awareness to every single joint in every single part of the body. Allowing the energy to naturally flow through in all different directions. And we'll take 3 more nice deep breaths here. And planting the feet back in the earth and coming back to a neutral position. And on your inhale, opening the arms wide. We'll do 3 more big unfurls with the arms. Exhaling, floating the arms down. Inhaling, pulling up through the center, all the way up to the crown. Exhaling, floating back down. 2 more times. Last time, inhaling up. This time, exhaling, just floating the arms all the way back down to the sides. Closing your eyes for a moment. And taking 1 more deep inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to start curling all the way back down, starting at the top of the head. Curling down vertebrae by vertebrae, back into our forward fold. Bending the knees all the way down and coming back to a crouched position. Bringing the weight forward, bringing your knees back down to the ground, and sitting back up on your heels in a kneeling position. We will now move to our final regrounding movement. So as we inhale, we're going to open the arms wide, bringing them all the way up, meeting at the crown. Exhaling, pushing the energy all the way back down through the body, grounding back down towards the earth. Inhaling, gathering the energy up, meeting at the center. Exhaling, sending the energy all the way back down through the body, anchoring it to the earth. And closing your eyes now, we will repeat this movement 6 times on your own breath. And then bringing your hands back to your knees, and as easily as possible, coming back to a seated position, closing your eyes, and taking this final moment of integration and stillness, continuing to feel what's been awakened in the body. And then taking your hands and placing them over your heart, and taking 3 deep breaths into the heart, sending love and gratitude into yourself for showing up for this practice today. And if you would like to continue with your integrative meditation, you can stay seated here in stillness, or you can move to a position laying down on the floor. And whenever you're ready to come out of your practice, doing so slowly and gradually, bridging your way back into the space around you while keeping hold of this connection to your body. In this first practice, we will go through